Tommie's Honest Advice here, coming to you guys today to go ahead and just talk about how to get hired in the Amazon warehouse. So, also I'll go into details about your first day as far as what's happening. So, number one, you have to go to Amazon/careers.com, okay? Or you can go to the main Amazon website, scroll down to careers, and what's your category that you want to click on. You want to be in the warehouse is fulfillment center, and it will list different locations. From there, you'll be prompted to go ahead and fill out your information. From there, you'll be prompted to go ahead and take an assessment. After you pass that assessment, then you can move forward with picking your shift. Now, for me, I no longer work there. Sadly, I had to give it up because it was hard for me to get there. I had to shift 1:20 a.m. to basically 11:50 in the afternoon, basically noon, I would say. So that was really hard for me to get up. And because I don't have a car, it was hard for me to get there because I would be waiting for a Lyft or Uber. And yeah, so to me, I took that as a sign. But anyway, let's get back to it. So once you pick your shift, you basically have to pick your appointment. So during your appointment, this is going to be where you do drug tests. You have to do drug tests, and they will go ahead and you have to bring your passport or your social security card or your state ID driver's license. If you have your passport, that suffices for both. So you can go ahead and bring that, and then during that particular orientation or appointment, they will go ahead and state what shift you're working, location, and your days off. And then while you're there, you do have to go ahead and do a self-drug test on yourself. Now, let me go ahead and go into details about that. So the drug test that you're going to be taking, this is more so of a swab test. There's a piece that you have to take out of the package, put it in your mouth. Now, you don't want to be touching that piece. There's like a button that you can click where it will slide the piece that was in your mouth into the smaller container. Now, from what I've been hearing, people have been making mistakes with packaging their drug tests as well. So you want to pay attention to the video. They do have a video on the iPad when you're doing your drug test, okay, on your the appointment day, okay. It's contingent offer. So you will receive an email even before you go ahead through your appointment. But once you go through your appointment, you've gone through the drug test, you'll receive an email. Now, mine was quick because I work for Amazon as a delivery driver for a third-party company. So my background only took a day. So I knew within a day if I had been hired, which is, that was a blessing for me. But, what you want to do is, after that, now, if this is your first time getting hired with Amazon, it could take between 5 to 7 business days, okay? They will let you know. Now, if something comes up where your drug test, you mess up on your drug test or something with your background, they'll let you know via email. But if they say something, if you haven't heard back as far as for your drug test, I would suggest that you go ahead and remember who that company was, or you can see or ask them, where is this drug test being sent to, or it might even mention it in the video, and you can go ahead and just keep that information so that during that week, if you don't hear anything back, you can go ahead and contact that particular drug company, not drug company, but the people that are going to be collecting your swab. You can go ahead and contact them and see if everything went through or see if you need to retake it, because I've been hearing that some people have to retake it. So let's go ahead. So on my first day, I basically had to wait. The people that did the orientation for me, they were really unprofessional. On my first day, I even got threatened to be terminated because it's online training that you have to do before you get before your first day. But I had done all of the training, so this is during the orientation part. You're basically just sitting there on your phone watching videos and taking quizzes, basically. Now, the mishap that happened with me was some of the training modules weren't working. So she basically, one of the ladies that was in charge of orientation was basically blaming me for not being able to do that, or the video, or for not being able to do the videos but they knew something was wrong. It was something wrong with the system. And it was like, okay, well, how are you going to just threaten me? Because she said something like, you do have to do these 2 videos, or, I'm going to have to terminate you, and I don't want to do that. And I should have took her to HR, but it is what it is, Everything happens for a reason. I'm no longer there. I'm no longer at that location. So, now, what I will tell you, pros and cons of working in the warehouse, it's physically demanding job. It's physically demanding, okay? I had the picker steward position, where basically you're getting the bags ready for the driver. So it's a lot of scanning, it's a lot of lifting. Basically the carts that the drivers have, I don't know if you've been, to the Amazon warehouse and you've seen the drivers with the bags that they have, or the tote bags. That's basically what you're going to be filling the packages with. Or basically loading those. You're going to be loading those. The stewards are the ones that put the packages in those different tote bags, if that makes sense. But I think I was going to be in both of those areas. But I did see someone, I shadowed someone that was a picker. He basically was scanning the bags. So it'll tell you on the floor, like what aisle. And then it'll tell you stage-wise. They had like hangings up where it will tell you where the cart needs to go. So it will say like, all right, 14 GA, and you would find that. But you have this gadget with you that's going to tell you where you need to be grabbing your bag from, and it's more than likely it's not going to be all in one area, okay? So if you have G, it doesn't mean all your bags going to be in G. It could be in H. It could be in D. Now, let's see. Pro is, decent pay. It wasn't the best pay. I did meet some friendly people while I was there, which I was not there long. Some of the staff members, they're very rude, like the lady that threatened to terminate me. The shift was terrible. That's another reason why I had to let it go, because I have this other job, but they basically false advertised with their shift time, saying it was 5 to 10, which is not. It's like 3 to 9, sometimes 3 to 10, because of this COVID thing. But anyway, so I had to let go of the Amazon. But anyway, let's see. They do give you free stuff on your first day. As far as the location I went to, they gave me a couple cups, candy. Let me see, some like hand sanitizer wipes, that type of thing. But now there is a app that you can sign into. Basically, if you want to clock in, it's A to Z Amazon app. And on that, you can see how many hours you work, your pay. You can see if there's open shifts. You can see if they have voluntary time off, which is VTO. Or you can see if they have any voluntary time where you can just pick up a shift. But they said as soon as you pick up the shift, you have to go to that shift. So, unfortunately, I wish that there was a different shift that I could have worked, where it would have been easier for me to get to work. But I tried. So if you're out there, I would say, go for it, but I would say don't try to be there long term, because it will definitely, put a, deter, or, put some kind of stress on your body, because it's a physical job, and then also you're working the overnight shift, if that's the shift that you pick. Amazon has weird shifts, and depending on location wise, that could vary. Also, I didn't have there was no health insurance because I was a seasonal employee, but once you get hired on, you receive your blue badge, then you receive those benefits. I just received a notice about Marketplace. I only worked there for about a week, so I just still kept that for my file. But yeah, that's about it. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you've had the similar experiences, or you still work there. How is it for you? Now, I wouldn't say that I would never go back to Amazon warehouse. I just need to find a shift that's convenient for me where I can get there. And then, it's not going to really take a toll on my body, like a 7 in the morning to 6 or something like that. That would have worked. Thanks again for tuning in. Have a good day.